Edgar, I'm sorry. I'm not sure I understand. Are you saying you want me to go and work in Saudi Arabia?
I know. It'll be London's loss. But if it enables you to be with your husband, that's comfort enough. To be truthful, when I first put it to the board in New York, my father was against it. He's so delighted with the work you're doing here. But I persuaded him. I explained that it'd be a kindness for you to spend some time with your husband. And now you've told me he's just signed a new 5-year contract. It's perfect. What the Jeddah office needs is a feeling of continuity.
Marvelous. Magnificent gesture. But is it altogether wise? Caroline's authors are very loyal to her. We don't want to lose them.
Yes, that is a point, Edgar. I do appreciate what you're doing for me, but I must put my writers first.
I'm sure they'll understand. It's not as if you're leaving the company, and it's only for 5 years.
Yes, but Caroline is going to be terribly difficult to replace. Editors of her caliber are not easy to find.
You're right. Fortunately, that's not my problem. That task will face the new managing director. It'll be announced at tomorrow's board meeting. Congratulations, Don.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, congratulations. I'm very happy for you.
I'm sorry your first assignment has to be finding a new editorial director, but if Caroline has the opportunity of working for Oasis and being with her husband, what kind of a man would I be if I didn't let her grasp that opportunity with both hands?
Quite. I believe it's a fascinating country.
Look at her, Don. She can't believe it.
Marvelous. Your husband's going to be absolutely thrilled.
Ecstatic.
Listen, if you want to call him, feel free.
Oh, I'd rather talk to him in private, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Edgar, when would you want me to leave for Jeddah?
Well, it could take a while to organize. Maybe 7 days.
7 days?
I know you're anxious to get there as soon as possible, but you've got to have your various shots. Smallpox, cholera, typhoid, yellow fever, which isn't a problem, but the visa could take some days to come through. Let me talk to Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Any news on that visa for Caroline Fielding? Good. Well, Anthony's been on to the embassy and managed to pull a few strings. Your visa should come through in the next 36 hours. Just think, by the weekend, you'll be with your husband in Saudi Arabia.
Marvelous. Don't say anything, don't say a word. We'll talk about it when we get home.
I'm not going.
We'll talk about it later.
Donald, I tell you, I am not going. I am not going to Saudi Arabia.
Of course you're not going. Not for 5 years, anyway.
Donald!
We'll discuss it when we get home, right?
Yeah, she thinks she's going to Saudi Arabia for 5 years. No, they still have no idea I know they're married. Well, he can't say anything because I told him he's going to be made MD. She can't because she'll screw it up for him. It's perfect. Hey, thanks for all your help, Papa. You've been great. I'll let him stew until the board meeting tomorrow. Then I'll hit him with it. Boy, I can't wait to see their faces when they hear what's really going to happen.
You never know. You might like it out there. Well, it's only for a few weeks. Just for a couple of months. Once I'm managing director, I'll bring you back. I'll be able to do anything.
I am not going to Saudi Arabia.
But it could be a magnificent experience for you.
I'm not going. Not for a month, not for a week, not for a day.
But you're going to be running the Jeddah office. It's a fantastic promotion.
Have you gone off your head?
You're right. I'm going potty.
Oh, what are we going to do? Who are you calling?
Edgar, this charade has gone on for long enough.
No. Tomorrow is your day. The pinnacle of your career. I want you to enjoy your moment of glory.
Certainly will be a moment of glory. Blink and you'll miss it.
Well,
I'm going to be the shortest serving MD in the history of publishing.
No. I'll tell him that not that we're married, but that I won't go to Jeddah because But because... Why can't I go to Jeddah?
You're afraid of flying?
No.
You're pregnant.
That's not even funny.
Darling, why can't you just tell him that you want to be with your husband in London?
Yes, of course, Donald, you're a genius. I'll tell him he's being transferred back to London.
That's not quite what I meant.
Well, why didn't we think of this hours ago?
You told Edgar this afternoon that he just signed a new 5-year contract.
Yes, and when I rang him up to tell him the good news, he told me everything was changed and he was being transferred back to London. That's all I have to say. Oh, darling, I don't have to go to Jeddah.
And I don't have to find a new editorial director.
Yes, I'm afraid you will.
What?
I'm going to hand in my resignation, Donald.
What?
It's only fair on you. You can't be expected to run a company like Oasis with me around.
You sure?
Yes.
Thanks.
You'd probably have sacked me anyway.
Oh, nonsense. You're too good, unfortunately.
You know, working again for the first time in 20 years has given me confidence. I'm going to look for another job.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'd better see Edgar before the board meeting.
What reason are you going to give for resigning?
I'll tell him I want to spend more time with my husband. Ironic, isn't it?
Morning, Miss Fielding.
Morning, Jackie.
Oh, Leo Krantz rang. He was wondering if you could change next Thursday's lunch with Erica Gilpin to the following Friday.
Oh,
I've checked your diary and it's clear. Do you want me to confirm it?
well, I've got to talk to Leo about another matter. No, I'll deal with it.
Oh, Caroline, I was just on my way to see you. I've got the shortlist here of applicants for the hardback editor's post. Somewhere.
Well, can we leave it till later, Peter? I've got to go and see Edgar.
Well, if you've got a second, I'd like you to cast your eye down the list.
No, I'm afraid I haven't. Edgar is expecting
Oh,
me.
just a quick glance.
Look, let's leave it till after the board meeting.
Well, I'd rather like to get the letters
Just
underway.
leave it, Peter, please.
Oh, get on to the embassy and make sure they're processing that visa. I promised Caroline she'd be in Arabia by the weekend, and I don't want to let her down. Sorry to keep you waiting, Caroline. Now, what did you want to see me about?
Well, Edgar...
Oh, before I forget, Anthony's made an appointment for you to have your shots. 5 o'clock on Harley Street.
Edgar...
Now, you can have a bad reaction, so I'll have my driver take you home.
Edgar, can
You know, I was vaccinated once for cholera. I had the most terrible reaction. I couldn't stop shaking. My teeth kept chattering.
Listen, Edgar...
The rigors, I think they call it. Sorry, what did you want to talk about?
Edgar, I can't go to Jeddah.
What?
I can't go to Jeddah. You see...
You can't go to Jeddah.
No, let me explain. The thing
You
is...
can't go to Jeddah?
No, you see, the thing is...
Caroline, I went to enormous lengths to fix this appointment for you.
Oh, I know.
I exhorted the main board. I persuaded my father so that you could be with your husband. I even fixed up the shots.
Oh, I know, and I appreciate
My
it.
father is not an easy man to persuade.
Oh, I realize that, and I do appreciate everything you've done on my behalf.
Tell me, Caroline, why can't you go to Jeddah?
Well, I rang Martin, my husband, last night to tell him the good news. And you're never going to believe this. He told me everyth's changed. He's being transferred back to England. I mean, it's such a shame after everything you've done. It was so kind of you.
Listen, we don't want to send you to Jeddah if your husband's not going to be there. When's he coming home?
Soon.
Well, let's look on the credit side. This way, our new managing director doesn't have to look for a new editorial director.
Edgar.
That's going to be one hell of a problem out of his way.
Edgar, I want to hand in my resignation.
Oh, yes? Why is that?
Well, Martin, my husband, wants me to spend more time with him.
I see.
Yes, it's understandable, really.
Oh, sure. Except I don't believe a word of it.
I beg your pardon?
I don't believe for 1 minute that's the reason you're resigning.
What an extraordinary thing to say.
Not really. I think the reason you're resigning is that you're in love with Don Fairchild.
What makes you say that?
Oh, come on, Caroline. One only has to see the two of you together to realize you're in love.
I've given you my resignation and the reason why. I'd be grateful if you'd have the good grace to accept it. Of course, I'll leave at a mutually convenient date, but I think it should be sooner rather than later. Thank you, Edgar. You've been very kind. Well, I must go and do some work.
Caroline, do me a favor, take a rain check. Wait till after the board meeting. Then if you still want to go, I'll accept your resignation. No questions asked.
Donald is still taking over as MD, isn't he?
Haven't I said so? Look, just wait till after the board meeting. That's all I'm asking. Is it a deal?
Yes, it's a deal.
Donald, may I come back to you on this?
Yes, thank you, Peter.
Oh, I've got a couple of tickets for a preview at the National next Tuesday.
I'm not sure I'm free. Can I let you know?
I was going to offer them to you, Donald. I'm not free.
Oh. I'll check my diary after the meeting. How did it go?
Well, he's asked me to wait until after the meeting.
What?
Don't worry, you're still the new MD.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll come straight to the main point of this meeting. As some of you are aware, on Tuesday last, I was summoned to a meeting of the main board in New York. At the end of this quarter, my father, Edgar Franklin II, will be stepping down, and I will be taking over as president of the Oasis Media Corporation. As you would expect, this will mean changes within Oasis UK. And because I'll be spending much of my time in the States, these changes will be instant. Whilst continuing as head of sales and marketing, Don Fairchild will be joint managing director, along with Caroline Fielding. And I'm sure from now on, Caroline will want to be known by her married name, Caroline Fairchild.
Did you say Fairchild?
Yeah, Don and Caroline are married.
Well, congratulations. When did you get married?
1961.
Perhaps I'd better explain. For some time now, we've been looking at the rule concerning married couples. So we decided to use Don and Caroline as, well, guinea pigs, if you like. We wanted to see if a married couple could work together in harmony. And I think you'll agree our secret experiment has been a great success. Don and Caroline have shown themselves to be an effective team and have contributed significantly to the fortunes of the company.
Thank you, Edgar. I'm sorry it's been such a shock for everybody, but secrecy was of the essence.
I feel duty-bound to point out that my wife, Patsy, Caroline's predecessor, had to leave because of the married couple rule.
Fair point, Peter, and if you feel duty-bound to offer your resignation, I'll feel duty-bound to accept.
No, I'm simply pointing out what a progressive move it is to change it.
Why did it have to be secret?
Perhaps you'd like to answer that one, Edgar.
Sure. It had to be secret because if it failed, one of them would have had to leave without anybody being any the wiser. So as well as your normal duties, sales and marketing, editorial, you will jointly be responsible for the day-to-day running of the company. Whilst ultimately you will be answerable to the main board, I only expect to be consulted on matters of the most crucial nature. In the final analysis, Oasis UK is an independent subsidiary. And if I have to be involved too often, I'll know you're not doing your job properly. Now, before I finish what I have to say, and believe me, I haven't finished. Caroline, I have to ask you a question. Do you still want to hand in your resignation?
How will it affect Donald if I do?
That's not your concern.
Well, I'm grateful for the opportunity you're giving me, and I look forward to working alongside Donald.
Don, are you happy with the arrangement?
Do I have any choice?
Yeah. You can resign.
I can only echo Caroline's sentiments.
Fine. Now let me tell the pair of you something. There are two reasons why you're still in the company, and this is one of them. I was sent to London to get Oasis UK up and running. It was made quite clear to me that I was to be judged on what I achieved here. Success meant I'd take over for my father. If I failed, I'd wind up back in Kansas. I certainly wasn't gonna have my career loused up by any Mr. and Mrs. Fairchild.
What was the other reason?
You're both damn good. Why do you think I chose you in the first place?
Well, I'd better go and get on with some work.
Caroline, congratulations.
Donald. I was going to ask you what you fancied for dinner. I thought we'd make a joint decision.
Come in. Ah, Anthea.
You pig.
I beg your pardon?
You deaf pig.
There are 2 or 3 people on this list who are very interesting. It's not going to be an easy decision. Oh, I'll let you know after the weekend.
Right.
Oh, Peter, I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier. I had a lot on my mind.
Oh, Lord. Don't apologize. If I'd realized what was going on, I wouldn't have been so insistent.
I couldn't say anything. You understand?
Of course not.
Caroline, oh, excuse me, Peter.
I'm just going. By the way, congratulations to both of you. I think it's all going to be very exciting.
Thank you very much.
Nobody had any idea you were married. I don't know how you managed to keep it a secret.
It wasn't easy. Well, we've got our first crisis.
What have you done? I mean, what's happened?
Well, it's not so much a crisis, more of an inconvenience. Anthea's resigned.
Oh, no. What reason did she give?
She called me a pig.
That's not a reason.
She called me a deaf pig.
Well, that's still not a reason. What happened?
Well, we had a row and she offered a resignation.
You didn't accept it, did you?
Of course I accepted it. You can't go around calling the managing director a deaf pig.
Joint managing director.
Well, whatever.
Look, Donald, she feels hurt. She feels humiliated. She feels foolish. You were one of the few men she knew was single and available. How did you expect her to react? Oh, you shouldn't have accepted her resignation.
Well, maybe it's for the best. I mean, it was going to be rather difficult working together, given the circumstances, don't you think?
You should have handled it differently.
Well, I can't back down now. I can't lose face.
Well, we can't let her go. She's good. There are 2 or 3 books that Oasis publish in paperback that she spotted in hardback.
What are you doing?
I've got an idea. Oh, Peter, I've decided who I want as my hardback editor.
What do you mean, darling? You've called a board meeting.
I've called a board meeting, 2:30 tomorrow, to let everyone know that Anthea's switching to my department.
Well, you don't need to call a board meeting for that. Just send a memo around.
Oh, no. It has to be announced formally. It's important for Anthea's self-esteem.
Well, I should head it. I should take the chair.
Well, chairs, it wasn't exactly uppermost in my mind, but since you mention it, why should you?
Because I should. It's going to be the first board meeting under the new regime.
Yeah. And I have called it to announce an editorial appointment. Look, you don't have to be there if you don't want to.
Of course I should be there. It's going to be our first meeting.
Yes, well, I think you should, for Anthea's self-esteem.
I'm more concerned about my own self-esteem. I should take the chair.
I think you're being absolutely pathetic. We have made a pact not to discuss work at home, and here you are whittering on about who's going to take the chair. It's not that important.
Well, it's important to me. Clearly, you're not all that bothered, so you step down.
No.
I'll toss you for it.
For goodness sake, Donald. Is this how we're going to settle our boardroom differences? Are all our executive decisions going to be based on the toss of a coin?
No, just this one. It's our first meeting. Come on, we each of us have a 50-50 chance.
Oh, all right, if it makes you feel happier.
Now, whoever wins takes the chair, okay? You call.
Heads.
Tails.
Thank you for coming. Now, the reason this meeting was called is to announce a new executive appointment. The first change under the new regime, so to speak. As of Monday, Anthea will be switching to my department, where she will be the new editor of hardbacks.